Good day, crew. Coach Jay here. Today we're going to talk about a chemical that gets a lot of bad press, not always deservedly so. So it's a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is generally known as the stress hormone. Now, although most people know that extended stress is bad for you in lots of ways, we'll cover some of those today. It's also a critical element in fitness and health and in metabolic regulation, etc. So cortisol is exuded in the body generally when there's a stressor, mental or physical. So if you are thinking about something stressful, you can get cortisol to increase its production. Obviously, if you are doing something physically stressful or you've been injured, you'll get a cortisol response too. So a couple of things that it does for you, it increases your focus, your wakefulness, the strength and contraction of your heart. It gets some stored energy kind of mobilized, and those are the positive things. And if you're doing resistance training, you're going to need that response because it helps kind of kickstart the process of reconstructing the muscles. That being said, it has some negative functions that really only become a problem if it's elevated for an extended period of time. You know, your stressful situation, you're thinking about work or your relationship, or maybe you're not feeling well, or maybe you're sunburned, or your body is exhibiting some kind of stress. The challenge with today's society is a lot of the stress we have is not real. We kind of fabricate it with our minds. Like we imagine what it's like, what's going to happen if this thing doesn't go through, if I don't get this new job. So you start using your mental facilities to create stress. It will definitely have some negative responses. One of which is a biggie in today's world, is it's going to weaken your immune system. Again, so cortisol in measured small doses at appropriate times of stress is great. Over an extended period, a weak immune system is a problem that nobody wants to have in today's world. Now, it also will help break the muscle tissue down. And this is why you want to stimulate cortisol production with stress like lifting or sprinting, but you don't want to keep it elevated. It will keep the muscles from bringing in new nutrients if it's extended, and it could really interfere with your ability to recover. Okay, so too much cortisol, a little bit of cortisol stimulates growth and fitness and health. Too much inhibits it. And two really big problems that it has for people who are trying to be healthier and lift, and get stronger, is it will decrease your testosterone level over time. And that's for males and females. Obviously for males, it's a much bigger issue. But it will also slow down the repair of the muscle tissue. And it's, again, the challenge is the balance. You want to stimulate this hormone to be released. It's essential, actually, to make this process work, but it's too much. This is why I'm not a big fan of like really high volume weight training workouts or super endurance running. I know people like that stuff. I think it's, for me, I use exercise either for recreation, like let's say I'm hiking or bicycling or something of that nature, or it's learning a skill like jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Krav Maga, or if I'm using it for a fitness regime, I want to work my body hard enough to stimulate all the cool processes that make me more fit and healthier and aesthetically pleasing, but I don't want to beat it down in submission. So I'm not a big fan of ultra endurance type training. I mean, I know a lot of people like that kind of stuff, marathons, ultra marathons, 50-mile things. That's crazy. I mean, I have a lot of respect for that, but that kind of stuff not only is wear and tear in your joints, but you'll definitely elevate your cortisol level over a long period of time with that kind of training. So this is a really short little video. Let's talk about talking about cortisol. I want you guys to understand it's necessary in the proper dosages. Work hard, recover hard, fully, have fun. Intense exercise obviously makes more cortisol. So I hope that you find that useful. Cortisol is a bad rap. We got to have it though. It does some really good things. So if you like this kind of content, you find it useful, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, share this with somebody who you might also find it useful. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'll talk to you later. Coach Jay out.